Let's open this session of the Air Conservation Commission meeting. It is do you realize this is, this is May 9th, March 9th.
Those are the minutes from the executive session, which is a future thing, not
Okay.
tonight. Ignore
Okay.
it for tonight. Do you want me to hold it for you for another?
No, I'll put it aside. I just didn't want to
Yeah.
do it by accident.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, it's July 13th. Welcome to the Air Conservation Commission meeting, specifically you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. We have a few minutes. Let's go through really quickly and do these meeting minutes. Do we have meeting minutes?
We do.
While you're looking for those, let's confirm our agenda. So I assume Air DPW will come here.
Nope, they're not.
They're not coming?
They're 612.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Here are the minutes.
Thank you.
They have to continue. They still haven't heard a response back from the state.
Really?
So we got an email today.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
All right, well, I tell you what, I would accept a motion to open the public hearing for DEP file number 100-0401 with the purpose of continuing to July 27th.
Not bad.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, so that's off of our agenda. Then we show Rosewood, Croto, Old Town Village.
I
That's
presume
That's me.
that's in our packet here.
Your name's Matt?
Yes, I'm Matthew Lichtag.
Hi, Matthew. All right, so Old Town Village, then we have our friend Mr. Mulaney for 4 applications over on Pingree Hill, but he said he might be late.
Because he's downstairs. So
Was he
is-
there? I didn't even see him.
He's supposed to be.
In front of those rat bastards?
Which meeting was downstairs?
Planning board?
Planning board, like, you know, when you're walking across your lawn and someone's dog was there before, and you're like, oh, I stepped in some planning board.
I hear.
Oh. It's not that bad.
It's gonna be like a decade before I forget.
It's a nice smelling pool.
A decade before I forget. Public hearing, amend, okay, so we had 2 more Mulaney's, okay. And then the most important thing, so I am moving up right here to 7:15, sign contract. Sign BSC contract,
And I can give that to Robert tomorrow.
and go right down and give it to Robert right now.
Is he there?
Yep,
He was in the room?
he sure was. And he didn't look chastised at all by the fact that his girl set that up,
Except what, the meeting room?
that room.
Yeah,
Had she given it to them?
she must have. She must have.
Either that
Must have
or,
been an oversight. Because,
actually, more likely is they were there before us, and so they just took it.
yeah, it must have been an oversight.
No, planning boards,
So
typical
that's
planning board.
that's the usual meeting.
That is
area,
our
okay.
room. That is our room 2 Thursdays a
Second-
month.
Second and
The
third.
second and fourth Thursdays of the month.
Right.
Our room.
Yeah. We don't have any ego in this.
You know, I was elected to serve the residents of Pittsburgh, not Paris.
Oh,
All right, so let's see.
Excuse me.
BSC Group was pleased to submit this proposal, so, right, up to 2 8-hour days, 2 8-hour days plus the 3-hour meeting. So what I didn't actually address with her was that one of the 8-hour days would include the meeting, because we can't afford the other,
What other? Oh, to add it on.
to add it on, yeah. Hey, we still want to do the 2 8-hour days, but we want one of the 2 8-hour days to be the night of the meeting every other week.
Did you,
Is that okay? Question mark.
you're texting?
Yeah, that's how easy your notes could be.
I do a lot of that, but I don't, do you want to really sit here while we're talking and have me going, echo voice?
Just think you'd record me. I mean,
Then you have, and then you have to listen to it all over again.
Are we going to be out of here by 9 o'clock?
Yes. Well,
Really?
Well,
let's aim for
let's aim for 9
9:30.
o'clock.
it's 19:10. There's no
Okay.
way we're going to be out of here by 9 o'clock. We have 2.5 hours of Mulaney.
No, we got to do site walks. I
Okay.
think it should be quick.
Am I required to be here for these?
No, sir. You're going to
Okay.
go next. You're going to go
You're
next.
next.
Okay.
We put you right at the
I
top.
don't know how this works, so either way is fine.
You are. In fact, here we're
You're
going to
here.
swap this around. Old Town Village comes before. Okay. So it goes BSC contract, Old Town Village, then the other things, and then Under Conservation Administrator Job Search, we've got that. And then I'm canceling committee updates. And I'll leave member updates because I heard some complaining last time. Would accept a motion to approve the agenda as written.
Amended. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
As written on my sheet is what I meant. All right, let's wait for the girl to write back and tell us what she thinks.
Okay.
But the idea is 2 8-hour days in the office. Here, hold on. She can start late on the Thursdays. It will be like a vacation. Okay. Are we all agreed that we want to retain them for 2 days a week?
Yes.
And we voted on this last night,
Yes.
okay? So, I'm going to sign this now, waiting for her response.
Okay. Do we all have to sign it?
No.
What, is that the light?
Yeah.
Right, is that light?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the planning board didn't want up here. It's my guess. Planning board.
I share your feelings completely.
This is quite the hall. I've never been in.
Are the
If we're really
acoustics-
loud, you can hear the echo.
Yeah.
It's wrong one.
I live in Groton and we have nothing.
No, you know what it is? It's upstairs. No, it's still going. Turn them all off.
Okay, that was good.
Well, I'm good with it like this. We can wait. Wrong side.
That was it. There.
There you go. Good, good, good.
Power of deduction.
Planning board.
Bumped by PB.
Let it be noted that the chair has decided that we are now in a death match with the planning board in perpetuity.
I'm writing that down.
Never forgive. All right, let's take care of young Matt here. So you're in Groton. Have you ever been in the Groton Town Hall?
Yeah, years ago.
So- When you go in upstairs, they took this space that would have been the old meeting hall and they made it into offices. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay, so you're from the Old Town Village Apartments.
Correct.
I do take umbrage with the E on the end of town, but I bet that wasn't you.
It kills, if you're gonna have the E, put the E at the end of old
Yeah.
as well.
Right? Thank you. If it's gonna be an old townie, it should be oldie
Yeah.
townie.
And
That
what-
confuses a lot of people.
What's your last name?
Lichtig, actually
you-
brought business.
Okay.
So what do you do to represent these folks? Do you work there? or-
I am the property manager.
Gotcha, okay.
Denise Peach was for 20 plus years.
Oh, no kidding.
And she has decided to go down a little bit different career path now.
Good for her.
Time for change.
Would you be so kind as to explain what your project is?
Okay, so we are, for this one tonight, I guess I'm gonna have to come back and discuss the other issue at another time.
Okay.
Behind the dumpsters, I guess the water runoff. So Brian apparently is no longer with you guys.
He's not, he chose a different career path.
Okay. He came down, met with me. It was just easier than trying to explain it over the phone.
Sure, sure, sure.
And so we spent about an hour going over, what the issue was and whatnot. And then while he was there, because the wetlands area, I did ask him. We have a playground and basketball court
Yes.
right on there. It was so overgrown, and the fence directly along the little brook there was it was old. And kids were going down, the basketball was going down there
Sure,
and
sure,
everything
sure.
like that. So the plan was to, and is to replace it. And so while Brian was there, I just asked, is this something that we would need to address? And he said, absolutely, so that's why we're here today. Bottom line, we want to put a 6-foot chain link fence,
Okay?
just high enough where the balls don't go over. We don't have to have kids going down there and whatnot. We did clear out just the overgrown brush, which Brian said that was okay.
Okay.
We didn't, remove any trees, just big limbs and whatnot. So we are looking to, and I apologize for canceling on you last time. I'm still in the process. This guy, our contractor, we've never used them. Is impossible to get in touch with right now. So
Probably a member of
I'm
his planning board.
probably- So I'm going to be honest with you, probably looking for somebody else to do the work. But
You need a fence guy?
probably not,
Okay.
but it'd just be a lot easier. But we'll see. We really haven't explored any further into looking for contractors.
I was just gonna say, there are a lot of good companies around here.
Oh,
Have you-
absolutely.
Pinard would be a
Yes.
perfect company to come in and do the work.
So we were looking to put so the whole fence surrounding it, it's an old vinyl fence as well. A lot of the slots are broken or missing, and it's so old that we can't find those replacement slots. So we took the ones that were existing, that we wanted to replace along the water there, and we took those slots, put them with the missing ones to complete that. And now we'd like to put at least let's see, basically 50 feet of 6-foot chain link fence.
So did Brian tell you what we would be worried about?
He vaguely,
Are you planning to take the posts out and replace the posts?
because the vinyl's there, yes, we're
Okay.
going to probably need to do that.
Sure.
Are they cement blocks down underneath?
It will probably be
You'd have
some
to
kind of
dig-
concrete.
You'd have to dig those up and out of there, yeah.
The existing ones, we could probably work around them.
Well,
you know?
I'd pull them out.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do
but
is
the
pull them
best-
out.
That's what, and then just go right back in the same
Well,
hole.
otherwise they're just gonna be in the way.
Right,
So pull them out. They're much easier to pull out than dig out.
Yep.
yeah,
Pull them out, and then most of the time you clean those holes out. What we're worried about is you've got that stream that runs behind.
correct.
And even though normally at this time of year, that stream would probably be dry,
Yep.
it's definitely not dry now.
Nope, not right now.
So, so what we're aiming for is for you to make sure that any material that you have doesn't end up down in the water.
Understandable.
About how far away are the fence posts from the stream?
So it's kind of on a little hill.
Yep.
It does go down from the actual stream. You're probably 10, 12 feet
Okay.
from the actual water.
So 10 to 12 feet, there's plenty of room for you to keep it clean and neat. You know, we're
Absolutely.
not looking for you to have to do hay bales. That's a lot of work for nothing, for a couple of fence posts.
Right.
So pull the fence posts out. After you pull the fence posts out, put your new fence posts in, make sure that any soil that you have, take and dump somewhere else, not
Okay.
on the water side.
What existing?
And then,
And do we want to just say, when you pull them out, be ready to put the new ones in so you don't have a
Yeah.
pile?
It would
Well,
all be
it's-
done in the.
overnight.
it would
yeah.
all go at the same time.
Yes.
It takes surprisingly little time.
Yes, that's what, to be honest with you, I was surprised that Brian said that would be something. I understand that because it's
It's
so
because
close
you're
to
so
the.
close.
Right.
So as long as you're careful, so this is
Yep.
great, but the other thing that he was probably thinking about was the thinning. So what typically happens is as soon as you remove the fence, as long as you've got a couple of feet between you and the water, okay, if you've got any dead branches, you can take any of those down, because otherwise they're
Yep.
gonna wreck your fence. And if you've got any trees that are leaning this way, if you find yourself with a bunch of stuff that you can't get around, we'd appreciate if you called the office, or you can email the office
Okay.
and say, and take a photo of it and send it in.
All right.
We're gonna
so
have a person
over-
starting here next week on Tuesday,
Okay.
and that person would be capable of coming out and taking a look. Can you think of any big trees that need to be cut?
I don't think we need to remove any.
Okay,
Like, so we just had things pruned.
Yep.
And just trim back.
so once you take the fence out, feel free to do the same thing within a couple of feet behind the
within a
fence.
couple of feet.
Because otherwise, they're just gonna grow back up through it
Exactly.
and put you in the same spot.
Okay.
And that would be a good way to do that, just prune that stuff back. And again, any dead limbs, no problem. Before you take any big trees, just
Yeah,
check with us.
absolutely.
One way or the
Okay,
other, we can get out and take a look.
trees, contact.
Okay. So, does anyone have any other questions on this application?
No.
No.
Okay. So, I would accept a motion. So the only thing that I would probably want to do is note oh, I'm looking for the, do you have a,
I was just copying with the printer that was messing with me.
the RICO?
So that's page 4, so it's signature page. There's a page 1. For some reason, it was not printing page 2. I think it's stuck.
The, was it just the fence? Was it not a regrading or a re?
So that was
Was that the separate-
that was the separate issue. That was
Okay,
the
okay.
issue
Here's page 2.
we were in contact with Ryan and why he came down. And then while he was there, coming up conversation, that's when I said,
If we need
I
another
brought this
page
to his
2, I'll
attention.
have to,
Just
that'll
wanted
have to wait till I
safe.
get
And he
home.
said, yeah,
It's only
absolutely.
one, right?
Oh, you mean of the basketball court?
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
only RDH,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah, he was
Is it
there
the
for the
subject?
original, the
I
water, the
don't know.
drainage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the
I told him
basketball
that he
court.
should
then
show
that
up at the
came
next
up.
meeting if he
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah,
come.
well, he was
He was
there.
expecting to show up at the next meeting, I guess is a better way to put
Yeah.
it. We'll deal with that next. Okay,
Which I do have some questions on that.
so let's get this one done, because we want to talk about the next one. So, what I'd like to do is issue a negative determination of applicability. What that means is that the law doesn't apply to your project. So you're looking for determination, this is a negative determination, the law doesn't apply.
Okay.
But what I'd like to do is check this box which says, the work described in the request is within the buffer zone as defined in the regulations, but will not alter an area subject to protection. Therefore, the work does not require the filing of a notice of intent subject to the following conditions. And the conditions I was going to list is that you're removing the old fence,
Yep.
maintaining that no dirt will, that no soil or material will end up down in the stream, and that you will contact us in case of any large trees that need
That
removed.
needs to be removed.
That fair
absolutely.
enough?
Yeah, we always use flag to have,
What box was that, Bill?
That is box number 3.
okay, soil.
So old fence posts
be removed.
to be removed. Soil to be contained. And removed. And tree cutting. I'm just going to say tree cutting by approval only,
Okay.
because I'm running out of line here. Boy,
And I can fill in the rest.
this thing's so tricky, you need a Russian lawyer. You guys weren't here for the Philadelphia lawyer. I'll tell you about it some other time. Okay. So I would entertain a motion to issue a negative determination of applicability with the conditions as stated for Old Town Village Apartments located at 10 Old Town Road in Air, Mass.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Shot at it. Okay, so Matt, so the purpose, so I'm just gonna hand you these, Jess, with this on top, sir. Okay. As I understand it, you also, we walked that property one Saturday morning,
Okay.
and we saw how the parking lot is literally ducted to run into the stream,
Yeah.
which we don't blame you for. We understand that that was the way it was done in the past, and that obviously we'd prefer if it didn't happen that way,
Understandable.
which now comes the tricky part. So Do you have any plans to repave that area or do any work there?
So, in discussion with Brian while he was there, obviously it's eroded so bad, that rut is terrible. So, our plan right away is to fix that.
Okay,
Brian and Max, my maintenance supervisor, was present as well. We're most likely gonna have Buxton come in and, regrade everything, that area.
okay,
Fill it with, Brian was saying layer, with some kind of stone, and then,
riprap.
yeah. So that's the first step
Okay.
we'd like to do with that. Anthony still has not been down to the property yet to fully
From
check
Buxton?
it out. Yep. But that is the first thing we're going to do. As far as the existing drains, though,
So what is the parking lot doing when it rains like it did yesterday?
right now it's going,
Is that the only, but are you getting huge puddles? Is it,
no.
okay,
Right in front of the maintenance shop there. So if you're looking at the dumpsters to the left, you'll see the sheds.
yeah.
That garage door is the maintenance shop. That used to have a huge puddle. US paving just came in, flattened out, all that out. But as far as big puddles, no, not really.
Okay. I don't remember seeing any drains in the parking lot.
There's one, the storm drain right by 2 Daybrook. There's one there.
Okay, where's it go?
So if you are, yeah. So you pull onto the property, that's Old Town Road.
Yep,
You take that left down Daybrook Drive. Let's see how to describe it. 'Cause there's 2 buildings, brown buildings in the middle. It's the one to the left
okay,
if you're coming from the office. That's 2 and 4 Daybrook. There's
Okay.
one right there, right outside the entrance. And there is another one from the parking lot. There's a little, probably a 6-inch pipe that takes the
remember
runoff,
seeing that one,
and
yeah.
that goes down back there as well.
so as you can imagine, we would prefer if that didn't happen. There's only a couple ways to do this though. So,
Right.
in general, you could tear down several of the houses and put in a detention basin,
Right.
but that's probably not a preferred method.
No.
Just mentioning it.
Yep. So we do have the one further down Old Town Road.
Well, there are other ways to do it. Other ways to do it, you can take the parking area, so if this is the stream, right, and you've got the parking area comes around like this,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think those maintenance sheds are on this end, dumpsters are here.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
the maintenance shop is on your left, yes.
Yep.
Right there.
So one of the things that you could do is you could direct the paving to drains. And those drains can be connected to underground storage where the water dumps in. So these become what are called storm sectors. You open this parking lot up and you put in underground storage where the water goes into and then dissipates out slowly.
Okay.
So, one of the ways that typically places deal with this is when you're about to pave the next time, you go in to pave and they say, you have to fix it before you can pave.
Understandable.
And so, you were just paved now?
We just did that little section, and then we repaired some of the berms
Okay,
that the plows,
right.
so.
I can't tell you what this costs because I've never priced one out for the size parking lot you have.
Right.
We did one for a smaller parking lot, and I think it was probably between $5,000 and $8,000 for the structures that had to be put in the ground.
Okay.
So it's not free,
Right.
but it's not
That's-
$100,000.
Yeah, that's, was my concern when Brian started throwing out all these ideas of, replumbing it and having it go elsewhere and.
Right,
you
well,
know,
there's no
that's-
elsewhere to go.
Right, exactly.
This is, for a location like yours, this is the only elsewhere I can imagine. So this is one of the options. You would need
Okay.
an engineer to do the drawings, and so it does get complicated,
Would this
Okay.
be an NO5?
yes. Because it would be a stream amount of excavation right next to the water. So the hard part is that obviously we don't want to torture Matt for trying to do the right thing, but at the same time, there's no way to stop the runoff in the parking lot without doing the right thing. So most projects you've probably seen, they have a road and they have multiple detention basins, depressions. And those are areas where water's collected and it goes into there. Where it goes in, it settles and it soaks back down in. Shooting it straight into the stream, everything that comes off your parking lot, is
Right.
bad.
What about if there were some kind of filter medium in between runoff?
Well, there are a couple of different ways to do that, but I don't think you have the space. If I remember correctly, there's maybe 10 feet, maybe,
Yeah, back behind the dumpsters. there
especially
is.
this area right here. This is the
Mhm.
bad one.
Right,
If you close that off, all the water will go down here, and then it'll go through that one, which is
Good
6
point.
feet away. So, quite frankly, the only thing in your favor is that this was built so long ago that they
Yeah.
did it before stormwater regulations.
so I'm still trying to locate the original building plans and everything. I have one more storage locker to check. To be honest with you, I'm concerned that we had a flood. Unfortunately, our storage lockers are underneath the community center and
Of course
the
they are.
main laundry. And 3 winters ago now, somebody decided to leave the main door open, and it was -5 that night, and the pipes burst, so it was a nightmare.
Wow.
So we did lose, unfortunately, it was most of our stuff, records and stuff like that, so my concern is it's in there. There is one on the other side that I have not dug through yet. I'm hoping it's in there, so if not, I'm sure I can find a copy somewhere.
Well, I think the overall thing that would probably happen is you would have to hire an engineer. That engineer would come back there. One of the first things they would do is they would use a compiled survey to validate what was your property.
Okay,
You'd be surprised. And then after they figure out what the property is, then they would do the calculations on the driveway areas.
okay.
There might be other things they could do, but, there are other options. You can use like stone to allow direct recharge, things like that, but I can't imagine that's good in a parking lot where they plow all the time. And so you're kind of locked into a paved lot with places to catch water
Right.
and some way to dissipate it.
So that, if you're looking at the dumpsters,
Mhm.
to the left there, right behind that big road we were talking about, and one of the maintenance sheds, there is stone and a little tree there. It's kind of just dead space, I don't think I'd have an issue, or Max would have an issue with, creating more space there, if that would be beneficial.
Well, let me do this much. So, since we're being very frank, do you have a budget for this?
For this, no. This was, I knew it was eroding.
Yep,
To be honest with you, I didn't realize it was that bad.
sure.
And that's completely my fault. So I knew it was there.
Well,
I
let's
was
do-
not
Let's do this.
fully aware of how bad it was, but it all makes sense.
My recommendation would be that you contact one of the engineers who's right here in town.
Okay, a local,
So, because that's easy and fast, right?
yep.
You're talking about GPR or
GPR, right,
Ross?
where is Ross now?
Harvard.
Harvard.
What's it, GPR?
So GPR, the Page Moore building down here?
Yes.
The one with the pool hall in it? If you come in from the back, you can go up to the top floor, that's where GPR is.
Oh, okay.
It's Goldsmith Pressed in Ringwall, but
Right.
GPR.
GPR.
Yeah.
And
Gold.
Goldsmith
Pressed and Ringwall.
Pressed, Prest.
Remember how she is? I told you I knew her
Where you-
in college, Heather.
And Ringwall.
Ring
It was a long time ago.
wall.
And the other is David E. Ross Associates.
And they're in Harvard now.
Right before you get to Dunkin' Donuts,
Are they?
on the left.
Oh, yeah.
in that new building.
Yeah.
So what you could do is
Right,
you could
just
reach
a
out to one of
mobile,
those folks, tell them what you were trying to do, and ask them, basically what I would say is ask them what it would cost for a consultation, for
Okay.
somebody to come out and look at it with you, so that you could at least get some ideas of what it would take. You know, one thing that comes to mind is the location where the dumpsters are. If you had some kind of storage under that, that would be easy.
Right.
Right?
That'd be great,
Water's already headed in that direction, there might be a way to funnel and take care of some of it that way. Another idea would be some of those grassy areas that you have, they can be lowered slightly and made into detention basins. So there's things that can be done, but
Okay.
at least by going to one of those guys and getting some ideas about what can be done, you can at least put it in perspective, because you're undoubtedly gonna have to go, are you guys condos or apartments?
Apartments.
Okay.
120 units.
So you are probably going to have to figure out how you're gonna deal with this for the next time around. And, you know, if it's some kind of minimum surcharge that you put in a special envelope that sits around so that you can do this kind of work later on. So,
Yeah, I mean, what, ideally you want it done sooner than later, I understand that.
Well,
What kind of
I'll
time
put it this
frame?
way. Look, so this is like any of those problems that you stumble upon, okay? We would love to hear back from you with Buxton if you want to do some riprap and clean that area up,
Yep, before, yep.
okay? In fact, we can probably work together to, you know, minimize that, do it as an RDA, something very simple, so that because you're improving a situation which is
Right.
bad today, okay?
Right, and that, the RDA is the form?
Just the one, just like you did
here?
tonight.
Okay,
But I can tell you that we would be very disappointed if you paved again without making these
oh,
corrections.
no, but they trust me, yeah, well, it will, that's just a waste of money.
But it would be bad, because it's not gonna do you any good either.
Right. So, I mean, if we need to, I mean, with Buxton, definitely get that done this year. Ideally, I would love to speak to these engineers, get a good idea, and then just include it in the budget for next year. If that's, you know, if that works in your timeline.
It does, it does. So basically, there's two parts to this. So, and it's like anything else, and I don't want it to sound threatening at all. We can't stop you from leaving it the way it is. We can't force you to change it.
Right.
But we can prevent you from doing any more work on the property.
I understand that.
And it's not our intention to make that
Right.
sound like it sounds, but this is a real problem and it needs to be cleared up.
Absolutely.
And so we just want to make sure that you
Yep.
have the tools in front of you, get somebody to come who can look at this and say, here are the things I'd do.
Okay,
If nothing else, you can have Buxton look at it, and even if he just goes like this,
yeah.
20 grand, you know, even if you just had that, at
Right.
least it would be
Just
something
have
to
an
shoot
i-
for.
Right, just have a ballpark.
So that you'd have the idea, so you could put something together for your budget.
Yeah.
So what is exactly Buxton coming in to look at?
Remember where the water was running out at
Okay.
the end of the parking lot by the dumpsters?
Okay,
It's
So
just
the
a
idea is
huge
to at least put some
erosion.
riprap there to stop it from eroding,
water running out by,
right?
By
There's really
dumpsters.
nothing else to do there,
right,
other than put a couple of hay bales there, but then the water will all back up in the parking lot.
right,
Just keep eroding,
okay.
Right,
even with.
because
hay
there's
bales.
no good way to deal with it.
So Max and Brian and I were talking about, you know, kind of taking that whole section, you know, not just obviously that area,
Mhm.
and redoing that whole back, all where the dumpsters are.
Well, that's another thing that the engineers would be able to help you to tell
Right.
you what was gonna make the most sense.
So, now what were those,
Oh, don't, no, just so, the best thing to do is to just tell them that you have the water runoff problem.
okay,
In fact, if they come down there and they walk around on your property for 15 minutes, they're
They'll
gonna
know
figure it
right
out.
away, yeah.
And they're gonna say, oh, I see, you have no stormwater.
right,
Which again, if they were building a new project, they would have to worry about stormwater. They know they're both engineers listed are capable of determining what to do and coming up with some creative solutions that you can at least then show somebody who does this work and say, how much?
right.
But you can look on, like, look up storm scepters
Yeah.
online and just see what they
Right,
look like.
storm scepter
So-
is a device, it's a detention basin,
Yeah.
and what it does is it allows you to separate out water and oil.
How do you spell storm scepter? 'Cause if he's like-
CEP, or
I
is
believe
that-
it's SCEPT, but I think it's ER.
Whoa,
I know, it's crazy.
one more
You
time?
think it's ER?
I do.
I
Hold
think
on a
it's
second.
OR.
SC.
In the Line of Fire.
Huh.
That was the movie we couldn't remember earlier. Storm Scepter, it is ER.
It is?
No, isn't that funny? When you look it up, it puts you to ER, but it ends in OR. Storm Scepter, oil grid separator from Imbrium Systems. How about that?
But it's STORMCE.
CEPTO.
CEP,
Okay.
yeah, CEP.
Yeah. And that's basically just your research. Those are the guys who are
Right.
they're gonna take a look at it and
Just
be
to
like,
get an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do this. So,
And then there was another issue Brian did bring up, it was a small one, to the right of the dumpsters, the end, the back entrance of the property towards Pepsi. Apparently our landscapers were throwing some of the grass clippings.
like
in a corner
landscapers do.
there. And so that's all been removed and cleaned up from there, so.
That's
It wasn't much, but it's gone, so.
That is greatly appreciated.
Those were the two issues Brian came down initially for. And then, yeah, then the basketball court came up, so.
Well, so go ahead and get started on the fence.
Absolutely.
We'll be giving you that paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It'll be available next week.
Yeah, do you want to come in and pick it up? Or-
Certainly.
Okay. I'll have it at the town clerk's office,
Town clerks, okay.
since we
Yeah,
don't have.
since we
somebody
won't
in the
guarantee we have someone there to sit there, yes, it is town clerk.
Sounds good.
And then reach out to one of the engineers and see if you can
Okay.
get somebody to just give you an opinion.
Okay.
Feel free to throw around that the Conservation Commission recommended them, and they're super excited to hear what they have to say.
Sounds good. Okay. Now, as far as these forms, to be honest with you, they're very confusing to me, which is for what? So
Well,
the
so when
one
you do
today was just,
it was this
so
one, the
that's for
WPA
small.
Form 1, request for determination, and that's what you'll fill out for the riprap.
okay, so that, yep.
Yep. When you get
Okay.
to the bigger projects, don't worry about it, your engineer will fill them out,
Okay,
because they're gonna have
Perfect.
to come in to do the presentation.
Yeah, if you type into your search engine, Mass DEP, MASS, capital D,
Yep.
capital E, capital P, and look for wetland and waterways forms.
yeah, actually Brian was out in the office with me, and we actually did that one together. And he was trying to explain, this form's this one's this, and then, all right, which ones
Yeah,
are we
no,
doing
no,
right
no,
now?
no,
and
just,
which-
just form number 1.
Okay,
Okay. Forgive us, Matt, we're moving on
No
to the
problem.
next one, but thank you very much
all
for
right,
coming in.
thank you so much.
So,
So it'll be sometime next week?
yeah,
Yeah, no problem.
I can.
So I'll
maybe
leave you,
message.
my card as well if you need it.
Thank you very much, Matt.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
All right, thank you, enjoy your
And we will
week.
get this going ASAP.
Right. Good luck with the fence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
So, we never heard, we probably should have asked last night if they were, Cal Goldsmith and Kyle were coming back in.
Yeah,
on
it is
the-
kooky. I wonder if they're sitting down in the planning board meeting right now. Did planning board get out?
No, they're still meeting.
Did you see your competition down there from GPR?
I did not.
They're probably in some meeting with a Russian attorney. All right, so,
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
okay,
And
well,
And no Mr. Croteau.
you get the benefit of being present. So why don't you please step up? Let's open a public hearing for, let's start with, we've got them in order, I don't know if it matters to you, lot 146, 143 Hemlock Drive.
And could I just point one little thing out?
You're looking for his name?
No, just mea culpa, in the legal ad for one of the amended order of conditions, I had a slight error in wording. Not the wrong address or anything, I just had it listed as an NOI as opposed to an amendment to an existing order of conditions.
Oh. I don't think that can possibly hurt us. It's
I don't
more,
think
more conservative than less conservative.
Absolutely.
And look, there's no camera for the world to witness my grievous
Actually, we just
error.
don't know what that's doing.
Oh.
You walked right by that? Holy planning board, I know, it's right there. Right there, no, farmers. Well, Mr. Mulaney, good evening. Why don't you
evening,
let us
Mr. Chairman.
know about this lot 143, lot 146A?
Okay, certainly. I'll first begin by presenting with Jess the certificate of mailing for the abutters.
Thank you, sir.
And this property, wonderful
By the way,
lighting
does that
tonight.
save money?
Yes, it saves a lot of money
Good.
compared with certified mail.
Good, 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 good.
To familiarize everybody, north is facing up, facing me. Littleton Road is here.
Yep.
The Littleton Line apartments are down there, and if you come up Hemlock Drive, where it doglegs over to Hickory Way, this is
Yes.
the intersection. We've been here a few times. We've done site walks. We parked at this corner. Well, if we were to continue on to Hemlock Drive Extension, we would come upon this lot over here, lot 146A. And this is proposing work in the buffer zone for a
I'm sorry, hold on,
single-family
I'm
house.
sorry. How am I missing this? So, which is the direction toward the water tank?
Water
Off to
tank is that
side?
way.
Yeah.
Water tank is that
Okay.
way.
And those three houses are there now?
No, everything,
That road hasn't been started yet?
that house exists
Yeah,
here.
right.
There's a house that exists right here.
Sure, and the one on the left
That road exists
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And this is the unpaved road up to the
Sure.
water tower. And this has been rough graded and utilities installed on this road.
Oh, must have been in the last just couple of weeks.
Oh, no, the utilities have been in the works for quite a while. There's a stone construction driveway entrance right here.
I was just there, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, Brian did a number of inspections here over the last several months because runoff coming down here necessitated an additional temporary settling basin that he went over with Descheng. So
Sure.
when we have the site visit, you'll
Yeah,
get your bearings.
no, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
and there's a water basin there was right here.
And there's one on the opposite side of the street, and it
Right,
opens
right,
up
right,
into a
right.
swale that comes
Right.
down over here.
Right.
And that's where the culvert is. So, okay, so when I saw Jerry's project the other day, where, by the way, did you know they started putting stone walls up down the bottom of the hill?
I saw that when I drove there on Sunday.
Did you notice how they didn't come to us for it? It's right next to that wetland. Just bringing it up,
Casually.
ever so casual. But please. So that road has been started. So I'm sorry, I guess when I saw the big piles of dirt on the sides, I didn't recognize it had been started, but please go on.
Yes. So there are 6 lots proposed along Hemlock Drive Extension. 3 of them are here before you tonight. We'll start with this one right here because it's the first on the agenda, lot 146A. And the wetland flags, which we show with red ovals here, have all been refreshed, so only when we go on a site walk, we'll be able to spot them.
Excellent.
We're proposing a single-family house with driveway that are in the buffer zone. This line is the 50-foot offset from wetland. This line here is 100-foot offset, so quite a bit of the work would be within the 100-foot buffer zone. Proposing a double line of erosion control in keeping with the new EPA standards.
What's that pitch there? Looks like you're pretty steep.
3-to-1. These are 3-to-1 slopes max that we're showing here. We're proposing a driveway connecting here, street, town utilities, water and sewer connecting in through here, and very boilerplate, cookie cutter like other lots in this project with a 28-foot by 60-foot house and a 25-foot backyard area leveled off before we break into a slope to catch the existing grade along here. Walkout basement is proposed on this lot to blend in with the existing topography. And our total alterations for this lot would be 13,153 square feet within the buffer zone. Nothing in BVW. We're not altering any wetland. And that, in a nutshell, is lot 146A.
So, had you had any thoughts about what to do so that they don't start to encroach on the wetlands? I don't remember it well enough. Is that wetland, does it drop off? Would it be noticeable to someone who is trying to get rid of their grass clippings, or?
It would be noticeable because there is a drop-off of about 10 feet
Okay,
from here to here.
Okay. And so would you be amenable to the idea of cleaning up the grade like you've shown there as part of your project and then doing something along the top to stop the spread of the
Yeah,
backyard?
whatever the commission's been finding most effective. I know it took a while, but we finally did signs on a couple of the lots down here,
Right.
closer to Littleton Road along Hemlock. And if that's what the commission feels would work best, we're happy to put the signs.
Is that already cleared all the way down to the wetland line?
It's not cleared all the way down to the wetland line. You'll see when we go out there. There's some clearing that's occurred wherever grading was necessary to support the road infrastructure or to access the stormwater basin that's back here. But this site itself is not cleared. It's wooded.
Do they
When I
need-
drove by
Yeah.
2 Saturdays ago, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell there was a road there. I mean, you could tell they had been doing work back in there,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
but I didn't realize that they had gone all the way back as far as they could. So it must be pretty treed still.
Yeah, yeah. This lot is treed.
Do they need to clear back in there to build the house?
They need to clear up to where I'm showing the erosion control barriers here. They don't have to clear cut all the way to the wetland line, and the lot actually extends to here.
Right.
So they're just really concentrating in the southwest corner of the property.
But they are clearing to the wetland line,
They're clearing,
right here.
they're putting erosion control barriers, but there'd be no work within probably about 7 feet of the wetland line there.
So is there any reason, so what's the purpose of continuing to open that up or do that work? Is there any reason not to start farther back?
To pull this farther back?
Yes.
It's in order to have an accessible backyard here.
I know,
Otherwise,
but
we're-
that bump where you're going is the widest portion. So in other
Wait,
words,
I'm sorry.
yeah. So in other words, if this cut off here instead at one of these higher lines, what would that do? Clearly not in an area that would,
We're simply blending in with the existing topography here, and what you see happening with this particular contour right here is directing the runoff to continue following its natural pattern, feeding the wetland. So it's in a controlled fashion coming around.
280, 285? 290.
290.
I'm sorry.
285. So we're at 300 here, and, yeah, and 285 here, so we're going to total of 15 feet drop from there to there.
Just glad Christine isn't here. She tells me I'm in denial. So what I would see is, I just don't understand any, I don't know why it doesn't make sense just to pull back a couple of feet over here and leave just a little bit more of this to create a natural buffer that doesn't get touched. I don't know what that does. If the idea is to make this the backyard, right?
Yep, and we're daylighting a foundation drain right here.
Okay. So that's like a pretty good spot to just stop. I'm just trying to think of
The
why we have to
alternative,
get
the
in closer.
alternative would be to build a rock wall there instead of a side slope. So that could be done. And that has been done on some of the other lots in the development.
I would certainly prefer it. I guess I'm uncomfortable. You know, over the
Yeah.
years, we've allowed for more and more stuff, and we've tried to work around things. And the problem is that the closer we get to the wetlands, the more likely it is that we end up in the wetlands, or that the people who live there eventually encroach. And so, if there was some kind of border there, whether it was a stone wall or a concrete wall or whatever's easiest, so that
There
was
are plenty of boulders on site. I would say a boulder wall, because a concrete wall, then you have to get the concrete truck in there to pour the wall, and now you're potentially disturbing more soil close to the wetland.
Well, I'm pretty sure if I can pour that, I can sit here and I can pour that, but that's a different discussion. So that's just
Yeah.
shoots.
Well, it's, you're setting the wall versus setting boulders.
Well, and I
Very
don't have a
different,
problem
yeah.
with either. I'm just thinking of what's least expensive. If boulders are cheaper.
Boulders
than
are
concrete.
available on site already. You'll see them, they're stockpiled elsewhere in the development.
There are extras.
There are extras. The water tank development site encountered a lot of boulders.
Of course it did, because that's how that works.
So you're talking about right here pulling back?
I am. What I'm talking about is so that this area here, rather than go all the way down to the bottom, there's no need. And of course, I respect Steve's opinion on all this, but there's just no need to get that close.
Got it.
So I understand what Steve is saying. By doing what they're doing, they would be able to blend down toward the wetland.
We're able to
but-
keep natural vegetation this way, otherwise we have to go with an impervious wall.
But just like on the one across from it. So the one across from it is much harder to do. Why is that house so far? Well, let's do that one next. So that's what we'd be looking for. What would be great is if we could stake that limit of work for the walk?
We have already staked the 4 house corners. Those are
Okay.
out there, and we have the flags there. We have not staked the limit of work line, but we can pace off of it.
Okay. So, does anybody have any other questions about the project?
So you've already staked the house and the driveway?
The four house corners are all staked, and the flags have been refreshed wherever you see the red ovals here.
Okay.
Where are you planning to put the soil during the work?
We can put the soil right up through here.
Okay, and what is the intention for drains off the roof?
Let me show you that.
I only ask because I don't know if you're familiar with the new inspector.
There are several lots in this particular phase that will have individual roof recharge trenches. This is not one of them, so Rick Roper would like, what Rick Roper would like to do on this lot is what he's done on the others, which is a drip line recharge trench. And we provided the detail for that on the plan.
So have you met the new inspector?
The new building inspector?
So, Kennard,
Yeah.
Kennard
On
went to him.
Oak Ridge, yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear what happened,
So we went to him and he said, "No, I want to do a drip trench." And he said, "I won't let you drop water that close to the foundation." And he gave him 2 choices. He said, "You can engineer a solution where water that falls off the roof doesn't end up in the foundation, or you can use gutters and duct it away from the house."
we have an alternative, which we show in the plan, which is a dry well that runs the length of the house.
Okay.
The roof drain connects into it, and we've got a detail on the plan for that.
Oh, I'm sorry, because when you said drip trench, I
Yeah.
thought you meant drip off the eaves. You mean,
Rick would like to do that, but
Yeah.
many of the lots in this development, in order for the drainage to balance when we were doing the subdivision infrastructure, we had to provide individual lot recharge trenches.
Interesting.
So I can show you the detail of that.
Yeah,
So the yellow, that's what the yellow line is?
That's,
This yellow line here?
no,
that dashed rectangle behind the
that
building.
dashed rectangle.
Oh,
here.
oh, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
right
sorry.
there.
Yeah, right.
There you go. So it's this detail here. Roof drainage dry well.
Probably more light downstairs.
The overhead lights,
Oh, they have a buzz.
Making noise, and the planning board took our room.
Yes, you're not happy.
Unforgivable.
So gutters leading to,
A roof drainage drywall. I'll
yep,
show you
yep,
in a
the
second.
gut-
drainage
the gutter comes
area.
down to, like, there's a little baffle apron.
baffle apron, yep.
And it has an overflow, but the principal pipe goes down into the ground where you've got perforated pipe and crushed stone.
yeah,
So in other words,
And
what would
it's-
happen is if that filled
Yeah,
up, it
yeah.
comes out of the top one.
yeah,
And it's positioned at least 10 feet away from the building, which would make the building inspector happy.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Show off then, John. Actually, I can do it right here.
Drainage,
Okay, so, we know about storage. Thank you. Can you please make a note to, since you're gonna be potentially marking these up anyway, can we just put a note on here for where that storage is gonna be?
A note for
Soil storage in the front?
soil storage. That shows
do you
up,
have-
yeah, that already shows up on another plan that we submitted. Hard to see here. You already have full-size copies in your
what page is it?
submittal.
Yeah.
This would be sheet 28 of 28 of the overall subdivision plan, which we incorporated by reference. And that shows both stockpile and temporary storage, temporary settling basins for each lot.
That's in this plan that we have?
The last plan sheet, because you're looking at a reduced copy here, but the last plan sheet, you should show it right here. It shows the stockpile here and shows the temporary settling basin right here. Yeah, it's hard to see with the white and the scale, but
The second to last page,
yeah,
28 of 28.
28 of 28,
The second to last page. is-
Yeah.
I was on there, I just
Yeah.
couldn't,
yeah.
here, hold on, no, we've all got flashlights, Bonnie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's weird, they didn't go back on.
They
Yeah.
take time.
I didn't bring the full-size plan set with me, but I know you have one in the office. There, this plan sheet shows for each lot a temporary stockpile location and a temporary settling basin location.
I don't know if I'm
It
doing
provides
something wrong,
details.
but I'm looking on here and I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, where is it on the plan?
You see that image right there?
Yeah.
And can you see that image right there?
Yeah.
That's the temporary stockpile, and that's the temporary dry well. Yep. Or, I'm sorry, temporary settling basin. And construction details for each of those is provided on the plan set.
All right, I'm still not seeing it, but
So, looking at this lot right here.
Yep.
Right here.
behind the house,
Right
the
there.
toward the wetland?
No,